Another video again. This one is about, parents taking their children to church only to get praise for it. Stop doing that. If your child does not want to go to church, they're not gonna go. Okay, let me teach you something about that. This generation knows BS. They look at what the person says versus what the person does. If your child does not see you living what you say you want to live, or you say what you're supposed to be living, they're not going to want to do that. Basically, the old saying is practice what you preach, and a lot of people in church, they don't do that. And also, the spirit falls asleep the last. That's why you see a lot of children falling asleep in church. It's not because they don't understand, it's because they're bored. Plus, you got to learn how to relate to them. And the biggest problem with the church is the older generation think the church belongs to them. Y'all keep saying that we're the future of it, but y'all keep acting like y'all still like we still living in the we still living in the past. Y'all keep saying we're the future, y'all act like we're in the past. Stop doing that. Y'all want the future generations to take over the church. Stop telling them that they don't have no creative ideas. Stop shutting their creative ideas down. Always saying you young people don't know nothing, you young people don't know what you're talking about. Stay in a child's place. Don't speak when you're not spoken to, or something like that. Then only taking your child to church. Oh my gosh, what? You got little so-and-so off the streets. Oh, you're really doing a good job out there. You're really doing God's will. Oh, I know, thank you. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, you should get your child on the, like some type of ministry. You should get them to go and do the choir, or get them in the mimes or something like that. That's not funny. You're making your child do what they don't have to be doing. God gave us free will so we can do whatever we want, as long as you're willing to deal with the consequences of doing it. The thing is, a child, let me say that again, a child makes decisions based off of what you show them, but also what they see. Now, you want to know the real reason why children of this generation ain't afraid to speak their mind about stuff? I'm gonna tell you. Realistically, older generations today, from back in the past, like the 50s, the 40s, the 30s, have this mental thing where they're still having these fights in their heads with their parents, who always told them, stay in a child's place, you don't know nothing, shut up, only speak when you're spoken to, you're supposed to be seen and not heard. When that older person is talking to a younger person, and that younger person knows something that older person doesn't, when that younger person can correct that older person, it makes them feel mad, so they're like, shut up, you don't know what you're talking about, be quiet, even though that younger person does. Now that older person feels swole because now they feel like, when they were a child, they couldn't speak their mind. So now that we're doing it, they're mad because that's something they always wanted to do. And now they're visualizing their parents telling them to shut up, you don't know what you're talking about. So now they're taking that out on us. And we're also that generation that realizes to get respect, you gotta give it, doesn't matter how old you are. And the other thing is, too, with this whole trying to force young people in church to do stuff, I'm going to say this again, they have a choice, okay? A choice. You know what a choice means? I can do it, I don't have to. Who are you as a human to tell another human what to do? You're not that person. You don't have that authority. Here's the sad part, though. You can convince people to do what you want. You can persuade people to do what you want. You can ask people to do what you want. At the end of the day, they can do whatever they want to do. Consequences included. And the thing is, Satan cannot force you to do anything. He whispers in one ear, Jesus whispers in the other ear, and the center of you either reacts to Satan or Jesus. Depending on your mind is who you listen to. Depending on your heart is who you want. Let me say this again, just to break it down because the church won't. You have a thing called a spiritual center right here. It glows because the spirit of a person is going through a constant battle all the time. There's days when you will wake up and Satan's whispering in one ear, his voice gets to your center and it makes it black, which causes you to wake up angry, evil, irritated, and mad every day. You can choose to act on that. That's not his actual doing. You can choose to act on that. Or you got the voice of Jesus, spiritual center again, going like his voice can talk to you. His pureness can go in you and turn your spirit gold, which keeps you doing good deeds every day, which you can choose to do. One thing about people is we're always trying to force people to do stuff. You can't, if God can't force people to do stuff, if Jesus can't force people to do stuff, Satan cannot force people to do stuff. What makes you think you can do it? Like, there's people with an influence that they've been going through so much, they understand life that they can, get you to do things, but outside of that, the only way they're doing that is that they can brainwash you, which is not that hard to do. What people fail to understand is this mind is easy to trick, because here's the thing. The reason why I keep saying the mind is an easy thing to trick is because what you don't know will hurt you. Jesus said, my people suffer from their lack of knowledge. Well, people know you don't know, they can rape your mind and use it against you. Apologize for using the word rape. I mean, they can mess your mind up, and it's so easy. It's like whatever you can't see above the clouds is what ruins you. Not saying God does, but the misunderstanding of what you can't see will ruin you. Period. But yeah. And a lot of people don't believe that whole Satan Jesus thing. Well, explain this to me, since you don't believe nothing I'm saying. You choose to kill somebody. That's a choice and an action. Why would Jesus tell you to kill somebody? You choose to give a homeless person $1. Why would Satan tell you to do that? Invisible voice, man. That's what it is called. They make themselves invisible, or sometimes they can take human form just to come and test you. Satan will tempt you, Jesus will test you. Simply how it is. The reason they're invisible is you have to understand that you're the one making the decision. They can only persuade it out of you. They can break you, they can make you. It all depends on you as a person. But yeah, okay, I'm out.